What's the most unforgivable thing a teacher ever did? I was 16 when my English teacher destroyed my college dreams and nearly my life. Mrs. Harmon was the AP English teacher everyone warned about. Brilliant, but ruthless. She'd been teaching for 30 years and prided herself on sending students to Ivy League schools. The first day, she announced, "Half of you won't make it to the final. I only recommend the exceptional." I needed that recommendation. My single mom worked 2 jobs, and a scholarship was my only shot at college. So I worked harder than I'd ever worked. Staying up until 2 a.m. perfecting essays, reading extra materials, participating in every discussion. By midterm, I had a 97% average. Mrs. Harmon even used my essay as an example in class. For the first time, I felt like maybe I could actually get out of our small town. Then came the group project, 40% of our final grade. We had to analyze a novel and create a presentation. I was paired with Jason, the principal's son, who was smart, but never did the work. Everyone knew he was coasting on his dad's position. I suggested we split the work evenly, but Jason just shrugged and said, "Whatever, I'm busy with baseball. Just text me what to say during the presentation." So I did everything. Read the book twice, created the slides, wrote both our speaking parts, and even made note cards for Jason. The night before, I texted him his part and the note cards I'd made. He replied with a thumbs up emoji. Presentation day arrived. I was nervous but prepared. Jason walked in late, reeking of cigarettes. When Mrs. Harmon called our names, he whispered, "I forgot the note cards." My stomach dropped. "Just follow along on the slides," I whispered back. We got up there and I started strong. Then it was Jason's turn. He stumbled through 2 sentences before saying, "Actually, I didn't do this part. Emma did the whole thing herself and wouldn't let me contribute." The room went silent. Mrs. Harmon's eyes narrowed. "Is this true, Emma?" "No, I did everything because he wouldn't help. I have the texts." "So, you admit you did the entire project alone, violating the collaboration requirement? Because he wouldn't." "Enough." She cut me off. "Jason, you may sit down." "Emma, you've earned a 0 for this project." My heart stopped. "But that's 40% of our grade. I can show you the texts." "This isn't about texts. This is about academic integrity. You were assigned partners for a reason." I looked at Jason, who was smirking. His dad was on the scholarship committee. After class, I tried to show Mrs. Harmon the evidence, but she refused to look. "The decision is final. Perhaps this will teach you about teamwork." My final grade, D+. Not only did I lose my shot at a recommendation, but my GPA tanked. My scholarship applications were rejected one by one. When I appealed to the principal, he smiled sympathetically and said, "Mrs. Harmon has been teaching longer than I've been an administrator. I trust her judgment completely." 3 months later, I was working at the local factory instead of going to college. I saw Mrs. Harmon at the grocery store, and she didn't even recognize me. But I overheard her bragging to the cashier about Jason getting into Princeton, thanks to my recommendation. That night, I swallowed a bottle of pills. My mom found me and called 911. I survived, obviously, but something in me died that night. My trust in the system, in authority, in the idea that hard work pays off. I'm 28 now. I never went to college. I worked my way up to shift manager at the factory, which isn't nothing. Sometimes I see Mrs. Harmon around town. She retired 5 years ago, still celebrated as the teacher who sent dozens of kids to elite universities. Last month, I ran into Jason at a gas station. He was back in town after dropping out of Princeton his first year. He recognized me and actually apologized. Said he'd been a privileged jerk who never learned to work for anything. I just nodded and walked away. I still have all my essays from that class, but I've stopped being angry. Now I just feel sorry for teachers like Mrs. Harmon, who can't see past their own biases to the damage they do.